Wow. That was a heck of a thing. So, I'm not sure I've really done this before. This is kind of a look back at 2018, but not look back at the movies, not look back at the TV shows, just look back for me and the channel and everything that went on, because it has been a bonkers year, like in a good way though. So like, where do I start? Well, I launched the Patreon this year, which is going well. It's got steady growth on it, and it helps. I mean, there are tangible things that have come about from it. I got a teleprompter that I have already used for some of the videos that I want to actually script. So, you know, that has come up and been put to use. The thumbnails. The reason I'm able to have these thumbnails is I'm able to pay my thumbnail guy, Joel. And the reason I'm able to afford to do that is because of the Patreon, because I'm not gonna ask him to crank out a thumbnail a day at no recompense, which brings up the fact that I've been doing daily videos since May and enjoying it and not burning out on it, which is nuts and awesome. And coming back to Joel, like, that was great. Like, he literally just reached out to me. He just reached out and said, hey, you know, your thumbnails, you know, what about something like this? And he kind of gave me a trial run. For about a week, I told him what I was going to do, sent him a reference photo for me, for, like, you know, my thoughts, and for each of those, and he put something together, and I was like, okay, I would love to have you keep doing this. We got to figure out an arrangement, and now we have. And Joel's awesome. Joel's terrific, especially for turnaround time, because you need to realize that, like, I do have a docket. I have a plan for what things I'm going to do, so I can send him stuff in advance, but then there's stuff that happens that I didn't know was going to happen before, like a new trailer drops or what have you, and I got to turn this stuff around quick, which means he has to turn it around quick, and Joel is awesome. I've got new intros because I ran the contest and you guys submitted, and that was astonishing. That was amazing. I love these. I love using them. You started to see my partner Liz. She started appearing this year for reviews and lists and a handful of other things. You'll see more of her next year as well. Didn't get to see as much of the sort of the old crew, you know, Ryan and Paul being the big ones. Like, schedules are just harder to wrangle these days, especially given, you know, the speedy turnaround time I have on a lot of these. Ryan, I am able to still get every now and then. Paul, I would be surprised if we see Paul again anytime soon. The guy's just got so much going on that this is really hard to schedule a time and get it to work. If I can get him back, I will. He's going to stay on the logo, so that's not going anywhere. Don't worry about that. But, yeah. It's been great having Liz on. She's enjoyed being on. Your guys' response to her being here has been wonderful and welcoming, which was a relief. I'm not going to lie. She was a little bit nervous about how people were going to feel about her showing up. But you guys have embraced her, and that was heartening for her and for me. I more than tripled my subscriber base, because I started this year with 10,000 and I'm ending it with, I mean, I'm recording this a little earlier than the day it goes up, so I don't know what the exact number will be, but at the time of recording, I'm over 31. So that was amazing. Because, like, seriously, this is a subscriber number I was not sure I legitimately never thought I'd hit this. Like, 10,000 was a number that I'm like, maybe someday. And then hitting that last year was mind-blowing enough. But to see that it kept up and not plateaued. Like, I've had ongoing projects and social media stuff sort of start here and then just plateau after a while, you know, stop growing. And I've kind of been waiting for that to happen here. And it hasn't. I'm still kind of astounded by that. But that's amazing. That's incredible. I think in many ways, though, the biggest thing is something that I got to get a little bit more personal on, which is that back in January, back in the start of this year, I came out on this channel as gender fluid, which was something that part of me was very afraid to do because I didn't know what the reaction would be. And the reaction was nothing but supportive. Like, I can look back at the comments on that video, even the people who were like, I kind of don't get it, but like the harshest reaction I got was, I mean, I don't really care about that. I'm here for your opinions. Like, that was as harsh as it got. That's still amazing to me. That's still awesome. And then to not only come out, but to, let my hair down now on a monthly basis, talking about LGBTQ plus representation, which is a topic that it's very, it's freeing. It's uplifting for me to be able to talk about that and know that, you guys are okay with me talking about that on a monthly basis. And it's great because these are things I want to talk about and I don't want to be afraid to talk about them. And you've helped me feel not scared to tackle these things. And the response to all those have been amazing. There's some of my most viewed stuff, which, if I was more views and growth centric and focused, maybe I'd do more of that stuff, trying to, mastermind faster growth. But I don't want to do that because I've got a lot of other stuff to do. And also, like, the pace that I want to do these at, I mentioned scripting, like most of those, not all, like not like the first big one, the queer baiting one, that wasn't scripted. I had notes, but that wasn't scripted. But a lot of them since then have been. And because I want to pick my words carefully for a lot of that stuff when I talk about it. And, that more than one a month, like for as long as this isn't my actual bills paying job, that's where it's got to stay. To make sure that I end up with the results that I want when I talk about those. We had a new doctor this year, so I've gotten to talk about that, which it's been exciting to talk about. Dealing with the fandom around it, that's a little bit of a different ball of wax, but I always enjoy talking about new Doctor Who episodes. That's always been something that I like. And I'm now doing more Doctor Who content, which was something that I was shaky about for a long time. But I know most of you found me through Doctor Who stuff. So, I'm doing the overdue Doctor Who reviews. This is a lot of fun. And sort of even separate from this, my book got published. Shameless plug. Hold on. Yeah, since my hair is down, there's a link for this down in the description. But yeah, I published a book that I can hold in my hand. It sits on a shelf. That's weird. That's great, but that's weird. 2018 has been an unabashedly incredible year for me. It has had so much go on. And I'm continuing to perform. I do burlesque numbers. I debuted. Oh my God, how many new numbers did I debut this year? I've debuted quite a few. And I got to perform at Vermont Pride. I got accepted into the Vermont Burlesque Festival, which I'll be doing next month. So, all of that is still going on, which I love doing. It's the number of things that went well for me in 2018 almost feels unfair. Because I know a lot of people who had a lousy year, like a lot of close friends went through hell in 2018. And part of me can't help but feel a little guilty because I'm like, did I sap the good luck from other people. Was I a good fortune vampire this year? Because I'm not trying to be. Like, that's how good my 2018 was. It was really amazing. And it is what it is, partially thanks to all of you being here, watching, commenting, supporting, if you opt to do that. Yeah. What a year. That's one for the books. That one was. So that's sort of me doing my own personal wrap-up for 2018, separate from talking about best movies or, any of that stuff. That stuff's coming. Don't worry about it. But how was 2018 for you? What were the good things? What were the bad things? Whatever you want to share, feel free. So whatever your thoughts are on this year that we have passed. Oh, and like when I say it was a great year, I am talking on a personal level. Like, if I step back from my own life, I can look at the bigger picture and go, okay. Yeah, but, I'm not a news or political channel, so I don't want to talk about that. So, yeah. How was 2018 for you personally? I mean, if you want to share a bigger scope, you can, but that's kind of what I'm after. It's what this video was. It's what I'd like to hear from you. So, however it was, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. A whole bunch of stuff you can do because there's buttons and there's links, including one to the Patreon, if you feel like helping me there, because every little bit does help, as cheesy as that is. But you know what? You don't want to click on that. That's okay. There's other links too. Don't want to click on them. That's fine as well, because at the end of the day, you are the council, and I just run the meetings. And until next time, this council is adjourned.